There is a version of Volkswagen ownership that costs you a fortune. And there is another version, same car, same miles, same roads, that costs you significantly less, runs better, and never sends you into a spiral of dealer invoices that make your stomach drop. The difference between those two versions of ownership is not luck. It's not which dealership you bought from, or whether the stars aligned in your favor on the day you signed the papers. The difference is knowledge. Specific, practical, hard-won knowledge about how these cars actually work, what they actually need, and which fixes you can absolutely handle yourself or have done for a fraction of the price, if you know where to look and what to ask for. Volkswagen makes genuinely excellent cars. The Golf, the Jetta, the Tiguan, the Passat, the Atlas, these are well-engineered vehicles with a level of build quality and driving refinement that punches well above their price point. But they also come with a reputation, and that reputation is expensive to maintain at the dealership. German engineering and dealership labor rates are not a comfortable combination, and a lot of VW owners end up paying far more than necessary, simply because they don't have access to the information that experienced independent technicians, longtime VW enthusiasts, and the Marque's dedicated community have built up over decades. That's what this video is about. We're going through the fixes, the workarounds, the maintenance truths, and the diagnostic realities that the service counter doesn't volunteer when you walk in. None of this is about cutting corners on safety. All of it is about being an informed, empowered Volkswagen owner, rather than a passive one. Let's get into it. Secret 1. The DSG transmission fluid change. They'll tell you isn't necessary. Volkswagen's DSG, direct shift gearbox, is one of the most sophisticated dual-clutch automatic transmissions in the mass-market automotive world. It's fast, it's efficient, and when it's properly maintained, it delivers a driving experience that feels genuinely special. The problem is the word properly, because Volkswagen's official position for a long time was that the DSG fluid was either a lifetime fill or required service only at very extended intervals. And that position has cost a significant number of VW owners anywhere from $4,000 to $8,000 in premature transmission repairs. Here's what experienced independent VW technicians will tell you when they're not worried about upsetting manufacturer relationships. The DSG, particularly the 6-speed DQ250 wet clutch unit used in higher torque applications, and the 7-speed DQ200 dry clutch unit in the Golf and Jetta, genuinely benefits from fluid and filter changes at around 40,000 miles in real-world driving conditions. The fluid in these transmissions does thermal and mechanical work at an intense level, and as it degrades, it loses its ability to properly lubricate the clutch packs and provide the hydraulic pressure the mechatronic unit needs to shift smoothly and accurately. The jerking at low speeds, the hesitation when pulling away from a stop, the clunky 1-2 upshift that makes passengers grab the door handle. These are often the early symptoms of degraded DSG fluid, not the mechanical failure that a dealership service advisor might suggest. A DSG service at an independent VW specialist typically runs between $250 and $400 depending on the transmission type. A mechatronic unit replacement, which is what you're looking at if the fluid degrades to the point of causing internal damage, can run $1,500 to $3,000 just for the part. The math on regular fluid changes writes itself, and the fact that dealerships don't lead with this information when you bring in a jerky shifting VW is something every owner deserves to know. Secret 2. Carbon buildup on the intake valves is silently strangling your engine. If you own a Volkswagen with a turbocharged direct injection engine, which covers the vast majority of VW models sold in the last 15 years, including anything with the 1.4 TSI, 1.8 TSI, 2.0 TSI, or EA888 engine family, there is a process happening inside your intake manifold right now that is gradually reducing your engine's power, worsening its fuel economy, and making it run rougher over time. It's called carbon buildup, and it is one of the most widely misunderstood and most expensively mishandled maintenance issues in the entire VW ownership experience. Direct injection engines spray fuel directly into the combustion chamber rather than into the intake port upstream of the valve. This makes combustion more efficient, and allows for higher compression ratios and better power output. But it also means that fuel, which in port injection engines use to wash over the intake valves and keep them clean, never touches the back of the valves in a direct injection engine. What does touch them is blow-by gas from the crankcase ventilation system, and that gas carries oil vapor, which bakes onto the hot valve surface over thousands of miles into a thick, hardened carbon deposit. At 60,000 to 80,000 miles on most EA888 engines, these deposits have typically grown enough to noticeably restrict airflow, causing rough cold starts, hesitation under acceleration, a lumpy idle, and a measurable loss of power. The dealership fix is an intake cleaning service that can run $400 to $700 depending on the thoroughness of the procedure. But here's what they don't tell you. A quality walnut shell blasting service performed by an experienced independent VW technician does a more thorough job, typically costs less, and can bring a high-mileage TSI engine back to feeling remarkably close to new. More importantly, using a quality catch can to reduce the oil vapor entering the intake system can significantly slow the buildup rate going forward, a modification that costs under $150 to install and that dealers have no financial incentive to ever mention. Secret 3. The PCV system. Failure that gets misdiagnosed as something far more expensive. This one is responsible for more unnecessary VW repair bills than almost anything else on this list, and understanding it could save you a very significant amount of money the next time your check engine light comes on. The positive crankcase ventilation system on Volkswagen's 2.0 TSI engines, particularly the early EA113 generation found in GTIs, Jettas, and Passats from roughly 2006 through 2014, has a known failure mode that produces symptoms so convincing of a more serious problem that even experienced mechanics sometimes misread it on first inspection. When the PCV valve or the integrated oil separator in the valve cover fails, it allows unmetered air to enter the intake tract, creating a vacuum leak. The symptoms include a rough idle that gets worse when the engine is warm, misfires on multiple cylinders, poor fuel economy, and sometimes an oily residue inside the intake hose. The OBD2 codes that come up, lean fuel trims, multiple cylinder misfires, MAF sensor correlation faults, can look exactly like symptoms of a failing mass airflow sensor, a worn fuel pump, or even early signs of injector problems. A shop that doesn't specifically know to look at the PCV system first on these engines might replace a MAF sensor for $200. Find the problem persists, then start chasing injectors and fuel pressure regulators down a very expensive diagnostic rabbit hole. The actual repair? Replacing the valve cover with integrated PCV system on the 2.0 TSI typically costs between $200 and $400 at an independent shop, including parts and labor. The valve cover itself is a common aftermarket item. An experienced VW technician who knows these engines will go there first. A generalist shop following the diagnostic codes without model-specific knowledge might take 3 times as long to find the same answer and bill you for every wrong turn along the way. If your 2.0 TSI VW is throwing lean codes and misfires, the PCV system is the first conversation to have, and now you know to start it. Secret 4. Software updates are free and they fix more than you'd expect. Volkswagen, like all modern manufacturers, continuously develops and releases updated software for the engine control unit, transmission control module, and various other electronic management systems in their vehicles. These updates address drivability issues, improve fuel economy calibration, fix known bugs in the transmission shift logic, and in some cases resolve problems that owners have been paying to have diagnosed for months. And in the overwhelming majority of cases, these updates are completely free under the vehicle's warranty period, or as part of a technical service bulletin that applies regardless of warranty status. Here is where it gets frustrating. Dealers don't always proactively notify owners when a relevant software update has been released. The TSB, Technical Service Bulletin, system exists to document known issues and their fixes, but it doesn't automatically trigger a customer notification the way a formal recall does. That means a VW owner who has been living with a hesitant cold start, an erratic idle, or a transmission that occasionally hunts for gears might be driving around for a year or more with a problem that has a documented free fix sitting in a dealer's service system. A fix they'd receive immediately if they simply walked in and asked whether any open TSBs applied to their vehicle. The NHTSA website maintains a searchable database of technical service bulletins by make, model, and year. The Rostec Wiki and the VW VW Vortex community forums are extraordinarily detailed resources for finding out which software versions have addressed which specific drivability complaints on particular engine and transmission combinations. Before you pay anyone to diagnose a drivability issue on your Volkswagen, spending 30 minutes in these resources to find out whether a TSB-covered software update exists for your exact complaint is 30 minutes that could save you hundreds of dollars and a lot of unnecessary stress. Secret 5. The timing chain issue. They hope you won't bring up. The 2.0 TSI engine in its EA888 Gen 1 and Gen 2 iterations, covering a huge swath of Volkswagen and Audi products from approximately 2008 through 2015, has a timing chain tensioner design that has been a source of documented problems for a subset of owners, particularly those in markets where oil change intervals were pushed to the outer limits. The timing chain in these engines sits at the back of the engine, against the firewall, which means that access is significantly more involved than on engines with front-mounted timing components. That physical reality has a direct impact on repair costs, and it's something that every buyer of a used VW from this era needs to understand before handing over money. When the timing chain tensioner loses hydraulic pressure, often due to extended oil change intervals, low oil level operation, or simply age-related wear, it allows the chain to rattle on cold start. This rattle, which sounds like a diesel clatter for the first few seconds after the engine starts, is a warning that most owners either don't recognize or choose to ignore because the noise goes away once oil pressure builds. Ignoring it is one of the more costly mistakes in VW ownership because a timing chain that jumps a tooth on one of these engines can cause serious valve damage and turn what would have been a $600 to $1,000 tensioner and chain job into a $3,000 to $5,000 engine rebuild. The good news, and this is genuinely good news, is that the Gen 3 EA888 engine introduced around 2012 and standardized from 2015 onward addressed the tensioner design with meaningful improvements, and these later engines have a substantially better track record. For owners of affected earlier models, the fix is straightforward when caught early: a revised tensioner, updated chain guides, and fresh oil from a shop that knows these engines. The key is knowing to listen for that cold start rattle and acting on it immediately rather than waiting to see if it gets worse. Your timing chain will absolutely tell you when it needs attention. The question is whether you know enough to listen. Secret 6. The coolant flush interval that could save your water pump. Volkswagen specifies a coolant change interval that many owners, and even some shops, treat as more of a suggestion than a requirement. The factory fill-in most modern VW engines is a G13 or G12++ long-life coolant that Volkswagen rates for extended service intervals under ideal conditions. But real-world conditions are rarely ideal, and degraded coolant is one of the quietest, most insidious causes of water pump failure, thermostat housing cracking, and coolant flange deterioration across the entire VW lineup. The plastic coolant flanges and thermostat housings on the 1.8 TSI and 2.0 TSI engines are a known weak point. These components are made from a reinforced plastic that, under normal circumstances, handles the thermal cycling of engine operation without issue. But when coolant becomes acidic as it ages and depletes its corrosion inhibitors, it begins attacking the metal and plastic components it contacts. The plastic flanges don't crack overnight, they degrade slowly, developing microfractures that grow until one cold morning the engine gets up to temperature, and you have coolant spraying from a fitting that looked perfectly intact the day before. A coolant flush and refill with fresh G13 coolant at an independent VW specialist costs roughly $100 to $150. A coolant flange replacement, depending on which one fails and how accessible it is on your specific engine configuration, can run $300 to $600. A water pump replacement on the 2.0 TSI, which is driven by the timing belt on some variants and requires significant teardown to access, is a $700 to $1,200 job. The coolant flush is the cheapest preventive maintenance item on this entire list relative to what it protects against, and the number of VW owners who are driving around on coolant that is well past its service life without realizing the slow damage it's causing is genuinely large. Check your coolant's condition and service date before anything else on this list if you haven't done it recently. Secret 7. Independent VW specialists exist and they change everything. This last secret isn't a specific fix or a specific part number. It's bigger than that, And in some ways, it's the secret that makes all the other secrets actually useful. There is an entire tier of automotive service that exists between the Volkswagen dealership and the general mechanic down the street. And for VW owners, it represents the single most impactful change they can make to their long-term ownership economics. These are independent Volkswagen and European car specialists, shops staffed by technicians who have spent careers working exclusively on VAG Group vehicles and who have the specific diagnostic tools, the model-specific experience, and the parts knowledge to service your car at a level that matches or exceeds what the dealership provides, typically at 30 to 50% lower labor rates. These shops invest in VCDS, the VAG diagnostic system from Ross Tech, which gives them access to the same deep diagnostic capability as the dealer's proprietary tools. They know which TSBs apply to which engine codes. They know the specific failure patterns of the DSG mechatronic unit versus the hydraulic system. They know how to code replacement modules without charging $300 for a dealer adaptation procedure. They source OEM equivalent or genuine OEM parts through wholesale channels and pass meaningful savings on to their customers. And because their business model depends entirely on repeat customers and word of mouth rather than a manufacturer relationship and factory incentives, they have every reason to give you an honest assessment of what your car actually needs rather than what generates the most revenue this service appointment. Finding a great independent VW specialist is not difficult. The VCDS forum community and the VW Vortex regional sections are excellent starting points. Asking in local VW enthusiast groups gets you fast, opinionated, experience-based recommendations. Once you find a shop that knows these cars deeply, hold on to that relationship because it is genuinely worth more than any extended warranty or service plan you could buy. The bottom line: Volkswagen ownership doesn't have to be the expensive, anxiety-producing experience that a lot of people describe. The cars themselves are genuinely well made, and the engineering underneath all those plastic covers and software layers is sound when it's understood and maintained correctly. The issue, and it's been the issue throughout this entire video, is the information gap between what your car actually needs and what you get told it needs by people who have a financial stake in your lack of knowledge. Staying on top of DSG fluid changes before they become transmission repairs, understanding what carbon buildup sounds and feels like before it becomes a major service, knowing to check your PCV system before chasing expensive sensor replacements, using the TSB database to find free software fixes for drivability complaints, listening for timing chain rattle and acting on it immediately, keeping your coolant fresh to protect the plastic components it touches every day, and building a relationship with an independent specialist who actually knows your car. These are not complicated things. None of them require mechanical expertise. They require awareness, and now you have it. The mechanics and service advisors who benefit from your ignorance are counting on you to keep showing up with problems you don't understand and trusting that the estimate you're handed is fair and complete. Some of them are honest, some of them are not. The best defense in either case is knowing enough about your specific car to ask the right questions, recognize the right answers, and walk away confidently when something doesn't add up. You bought a well-engineered car. Now drive it like someone who knows what that means.